Good morning, everyone. I have to show you this. I have to show it to you. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. This is the Emory Paul. Is that not the most beautiful dahlia? Oh, it's so pretty. It's so huge. Just love it. Yep, it's gonna have to go into a vase because I want to be able to see it every day. So pretty. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, my plants are getting big. May still be. She looks like she got burnt. It was hot. It was hot. It's muggy outside, but the breeze is nice, so it's really not too bad. But it's still going to make my hair turn different directions. Yep. These all have to be cut back. I'll have to prune these. I need to cut this back. I think I'm going to do that now. It's just so leggy. So let's see where am I going to cut this. Prune it back. There. Just to the leaves. These leaves at the bottom aren't doing very well, but maybe it'll do better. Cut back. There. That's got to do better. And you could just put these in water and let them root again. Look, I don't know what I'm going to do with this philodendron. It's pot though. Look how huge it's gotten. It has grown so big. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Okay, let's go make our rounds. Come on, girls. Come on. Lucy, Simba, come on. They're not liking the wet ground too much, but Lucy's going to brave it. She's a brave kitty. Look at the mandavillas. They're pretty. I need to put them somewhere. I have to put them somewhere where they won't fall over. I need to get a couple pots so that they can be sturdy in. And there, Mrs. Hibiscus. She's always pretty and blooming. Everything's looking in the old fountain, garden. I sprayed for mildew. It helped, but I think I need to spray again because it's getting... We've got these real hot, just crazy days. I may just cut them back. Let them grow back. Let's see what else. Let's go to the garden, girls. Let's go to the big garden. Are you coming? You coming with Mama? Want me to open up the greenhouse and you could go in there if you want to stay dry? There you go. You can come in if you want. You want to come in a little bit? Yeah. You can come in too, Lucy, unless you want to go around the garden with Mama. Uh-oh, something's getting bit on. I think the Japanese beetles are done. I think they've went home or wherever they go. I don't want to take them off too early in case we get more, but I haven't noticed many at all. I haven't hardly noticed one. Let's see if there's any one of them sitting on my... I gave the Brussels sprouts a little more room here. They're still kind of budded up to the peppers, but next year I'll do better. Not to forget that things grow big. You may look like you've got, oh, plenty of room, but once it grows up, it's like, uh-oh. Oh, look at that verbena. It came back so pretty. It is so pretty. The cosmos, they're kind of close to the ground, but they've got buds on them, and they're blooming a little bit. They're not big and tall like my other one over there, but oh, and look at the weeds. The weeds are growing. Oh my goodness. Yay, I have weeds to pull. Just a couple. Before they get out of hand. They get out of hand anyway. They're always out of hand. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'll put her on the ground. Maybe she'll reroot. She's got a good stem on her. Maybe she'll reroot. My cone flowers, they're slowly coming up. They might make it by fall. And that's all right. We'll have some pretty cone flowers come this fall. Unless they start shooting up real quick. It's about time for me to cut back my lilies. I think I'm going to take this one down. I kind of wait until they get yellow. When they get yellow, I start cutting them down. That way the other flowers can have room and be pretty. And there we go. There. This one's kind of sideways. Uh-oh, what's biting me? I'll come back around and get these later. What is... Oh, that's a Coreospis. It's found its way back in here. That one's not Coreospis. That one's a weed. Okay. Oh. I'll let it go. I'll get the rest of the lilies. Them were my Asiatic lilies. Look at the pretty verbena. I love the verbena. They're so good. That was that black cherry that I moved because it was getting taken over by a Buddleia bush. And the Latanas doing good and pretty, and oh, this baby's breath. I'm just going to cut it back. It's looking kind of shabby. All right, let's see here. Look at my evening primrose. It's getting pretty. It's getting ate on a lot, though. All right. I cut back my my dragon coleus. Cut it back and thought maybe it might do a little better too, because it got whipped around in the wind. And oh, my dahlias up here, these poor things, they just can't get a break. I'm gonna have to get some rope and just rope around them. I think that's what I'm gonna do later today. There, that's a little better, because it just, I think Simba has a little bit of part in that too, because she likes to wait on the little hummingbirds. Oh, I wish I could keep her from that. I'm hoping she grows out of it in a year or so. And she's full of it right now. She's at her prime. Yep, I have some tomatoes I can pick. Look how big those sauce. These are the ones, they are pest free. They get up to 2 pounds. This one looks like it is. And they're seedless. So they're good. They're sauce. They're for sauce beefsteaks from Burpee. Let's see how this is doing after I found a worm in one of the tunnels. I hope there's no more. I sprayed it good, and I got all the rest of my onion out of here because I didn't want worms getting to it. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that they would go in with the, I didn't think much bothered onion. So I cut back my salvia yesterday. It was getting pretty slim, but it'll come back. Gomphrena, she always looks pretty. I love this because it stays bloomed a long time. I don't know when it'll ever die back. I don't know. Maybe fall. Maybe when it gets cold. We'll just see. This is my first time growing Gomphrena, but I'm gonna get some other colors. Actually, I did. I got a mix of colors of Gomphrena for next year. Let's look over here a little bit. How'd that get over here? Oh, it was in the tree. Something knocked it out of the tree. Oh well. My husband will fix it. Oh, I'm getting bit. I want to cut this flower. I hate to, but I'll be able to put it inside. I'm going to put it in that tall, slim vase. Kind of just by itself. This is a stem right here. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Look at that. Is that not perfection or what? That is gorgeous. It's almost bigger than my head. Almost bigger than my face. These night queens did so well last year. And they were the ones that did the real big flowers. But they're not dinner plates, but they get big. But I need to check that lilac bush I have saved for my son. It's getting rust on it. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll just have to spray it and see if it'll come out of it. Otherwise, I may have to get another one. You know, when it gets hot and humid out, it wreaks havoc on flowers and plants. All right, you guys, that's it. Look at, oh, so pretty. This is my best to show in my garden this year. She's very beautiful. Happy I got her. This was my special one that I bought. It's a Emory Paul. And it is gorgeous, worth every penny. Can't wait to see the others that come up. I need to do some grocery shopping today. I will see you in the next video, and have a wonderful day, you guys, and take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, how you doing? It's windy here, but it's nice. It's like in the 70s, and it was really nice this morning at 67 degrees. And my husband got out and he mowed the lawn. He always does a beautiful job of mowing the lawn. Most of the time he makes it look like a golf course. And anyway, I have a few things to show you, and something I need to tell you, because I showed you that Dinnerplate Dahlia. That thing was so beautiful. But I found out that if you cut them and put them in a vase, they don't last very long. So that's something to know. So hopefully they'll grow out some new ones. But today it's windy. I hope you can hear me rather than the wind. I tied my dahlias up because, man, they have just been through so much wind this year. It's just, they've been tore up, and my ones out in the garden isn't doing so well. So I'm counting on these to make some more real pretty ones. These are the Dinnerplate by Emory Paul. And this one, my husband accidentally chipped off a whole stem of them, but this was a Night Queen. That's a Night Queen. And she's very pretty, but she just hasn't had any big ones this year. She's not a dinner plate, but I think, but She put out such a beautiful, beautiful dinner plate. A lovely shade of purple. And you see it on my other videos, or I might mix it in with this video. Oh, these plants are growing up like crazy. My gladiolas, you know, they're done, but boy, they spread out more. They had a lot of babies. This, I brought a couple things up front from the back, because these are starting to grow up, but this isn't very good. And sometimes, you know, unless you buy plants to put in your gardens, seeding it sometimes just doesn't fill it very good. Especially here, it's kind of hard because it's mostly shaded. It does get some good sun in the afternoon in parts of it, only parts of it. But look, my asters, maybe I should make this all asters next year. Wouldn't that be pretty? Asters, and I could put the impatiens up front, or do the gazinias. I could do the gazinias up front and all the rest asters, because these seem like they're doing fine. It took a little bit for them to get going, but I think the sun has shifted enough where they get enough light where they'll grow. So I brought my mandevillas. They're sun-loving too, but I just don't know where to put them. I don't have pots for them. They're annuals, and I'm going to take them inside with me this winter and try to keep them, because they are beautiful plants. Look at my coleus. Isn't it just gorgeous? And she's starting to bud. She is just so pretty. She's loved it back in the back. So hopefully she'll keep going and not mind being a little bit more shaded. And then I cut back this coleus because it's just so leggy. Hopefully, and it looks like she's growing out more down here. So that's good. Let's go on around here. And I did get some seeds from my black pearl. I put my bowl underneath and clipped them off. I put them on a paper towel and got a knife and a fork, held it down with the fork and split them open, and then scrape the seeds out of them so I can grow more of these, because they are very pretty and they're wonderful and beautiful for arrangements in the winter. They give out a lot of good winter interest. And the impatiens are just putting off some seeds. Oh, look at all these seed pods. This will be filled with impatiens. It should be. Along with the Loguarlia, I think it'll be really pretty. And we could pull out a little bit of the impatiens if we need to, because they're both aggressive growers. So I just don't know why this one hasn't bloomed. I don't understand that. Don't understand it. But she will. I have faith in her. I need to weed around here. These these need to be weeded. Oh, I pulled weeds this morning. It's been so nice. I can get out here and feel like doing it. It's been so hot. I think these are impatiens that are growing. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, they are. Look at all these new impatiens. My goodness. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. They're going to grow all along here. Perfect spot for them back over here. Remember, I never ever had anything growing back here because it was always so wet and swampy. Well, Loguarlia, I found out, loved that type of marshy, swampy place. Well, when we cut down the tree, it isn't that way anymore. It gets more dry, so I do have to keep it wet. Oh, look at that moth hummingbird. Them are so cool. You have some catnip in here. This is a chocolate mint. It's growing like crazy. Everything's gonna go crazy over here. I came out and my Cosmo up here was bent over, so I had to tie her up this morning. It's been pretty windy this morning. My hibiscus, she is growing out of this pot. I wish we could know what we're doing so I could plant her somewhere. Hopefully within the next week or two we'll know if we get that place or not. So I hope we do. I just don't want to have to rent somewhere when we sell and then have to move twice. That's not fun. Okay, I pulled out my Ruger tomato plants. They weren't doing so well. They just didn't get enough sun over here. And with all the tomato plants shading each other, I think it held back my yield this year. But you know what? That's okay. I put in a lot of different varieties. Usually I got a little bit overexcited this year. And I wanted to try a lot of different tomatoes, but you know what? We like the Rugers and we like the beefsteaks. And the Rugers, they just keep going. They keep going. But this year I only got like this big around tomatoes, and they look almost like a Roma if they're in the right spot. Oh, look how beautiful. I cut back my basil because it was getting it had been ate on, and now this is coming up really well. I have tomatoes that I need to pick. These I'll probably pick today. I have enough to maybe can a jar or two. I cut back my salvia, gave it a fresh cut, but look how pretty these buds are. Finally. Oh my goodness. The beetles love it, I see. Hang on. My goodness, they are very much attracted to this. Okay. Hang on. I'm sorry. They are all over it. Let me see if there's any more left. Yep. I don't want you on here because you mate and then you put your eggs in my ground. Boy, I never thought I would have so many. That's the most I had in my garden all year with those lures. One eating it away. These are for the hummingbirds and It's a good thing I'm out in my garden a lot because I'll keep an eye on that. They are very attracted to these. Look how many blooms though. Isn't this awesome? It's just like in the last week they just flushed out. Well, this one had a problem and I sprayed it, but I put on some new fertilizer on these. I'll have to show you that new fertilizer because this didn't even have buds on it. They didn't even have buds, and all of a sudden they're budding, and I'll show you that new fertilizer. You know, honestly, it's a little bit expensive, but my goodness, that really did the trick. It made it happy. So I didn't know if it was even going to bud or anything. Okay, this is what I used. Uh-oh. Surely I didn't throw that bag away. Because I want, oh, here it is. Let me get something to put these seeds in. Oh, I took my stuff inside. Regina, Regina, Regina. Oh, why would you do that? This is what I used. It's called geocharged. And it's a natural fertilizer. It's biochar infused with nutrient-rich composted chicken manure. My nursery that I go to is just, they think it's just wonderful. It's like miracle stuff. This company is out of Nebraska. They're hooked up with Costco. Costco has their own chickens that they breed, so they get their chicken manure from Costco, from their farm, their chicken farm. Oh, that's kind of cool. I think it might be worth the money. Geocharged is what it's called. Natural fertilizer, biochar infused with nutrient-rich composted chicken manure. And we know chicken manure is like a miracle fertilizer because it has 13 of the 13 I think of the nutrients that your plants need. I think I'm on board for that. So try it. You could try it. You know, I always like to try something once at least and see how it does, but I can't believe every one of those stems are, it's like a day. It's like within a day or two. That's crazy. They're all budded out and they're all bloomed. How about that? That is wonderful. Just wonderful. Now if I can keep the beetles off of it, see, there's another one. I will have to work to keep them off. I was hoping that they were almost done, but it's starting to cool off, so maybe they can go bye-bye. Okay, you guys, my garden's doing fine. The zinnias are gorgeous, doing great, and the butterflies are all over them. Hey, you. And I'm thinking about maybe putting up a new lure because maybe they're not getting the message, because I've never had this many beetles on my stuff. Okay. Well, this is it. I pulled my beans up away from my, and it looks like maybe I'm starting to get a little bit of some Brussels sprouts coming. The peppers came out really quick when I put that new fertilizer on it with the Geo. I put a little bit in through here. I just kind of threw some in on the beans. But I did my Brussels sprouts, my peppers, I did the garlic, the tomatoes. I did all the tomatoes. I did the dahlias. My dahlias have just, it's not their fault. It's not my fault. It's just Mother Nature. And you know what? I should have tied them up. I should have roped them so they didn't get pushed over with the wind. So there you have it. It's live and learn. When you have a row of dahlias, you really need to tie them up. You know, put a rope on each side so they don't get blown over so badly, but they just got knocked around so bad this year. This is the other Emory Paul. This is the one I moved out because he wasn't getting enough sun. So hopefully we'll get a couple nice big dinner plate blooms from it too. My gomphrena, I love that gomphrena. It never stops. It's always blooming. And the asters too, they're just, and the zinnias, just keep blooming. I wish it was filled up a little bit more. The lantana, the verbena in here. I cut back my dianthus, and it's not coming back fully like it was in the spring, but I got a little Sweet William right here. She's so pretty in the spring. But once it rains, if it rains on them, then they're done. But you can always cover them to keep them. So I need to cut these off. Cut these off and clean them up. My heliotrope. They all get that brown leaf, and that's just, you know what? It's just nature of the beast to me. It happens every year, but then they come up next year and they're just fine. Cut them back and they come up next year. Still waiting on my helichrysum. I have all my onions out, all my potatoes out. I got my beans pulled back, and this is where the Salanova lettuce and spinach is going to go here pretty soon. I need to do my Salanova lettuce pretty quick. It's time. I cut back my poppies, and they're looking kind of sad. I don't know if they'll come back very well or not. But I can always pull them. If they get too gnarly, I'll pull them out. The asters are kind of pretty in there. Yeah, there may be some changes I would do. The fountain, and then the sweet potato vine. And I love the asters. The asters are pretty in there. I probably need to trim off the ones that are about spent so they can grow new ones. The celosia, she looks a little sad, but she got winded. That wind, man, it about pulls out the roots sometimes. I cut this back because it had the mildew. It's columbine, and she'll be back next year. No big deal. I put some of that on here. I put the biotone on here, in here. And biotone is really good too. But I tried that new stuff, and boy, I can't believe how quickly them budded out and bloomed. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see this one here. It's blooming and budding up. What did I put here? I put biotone. But it was already doing that. I don't know. Biotone's good too. And I got, see, did I put anything in here? I don't think I got anything put in here. I need to put some in here. This is the lilac bush for, of course, Pegasus. She just loving life. Look at her pretty blooms. She's so pretty. I haven't tried these yet. I'm going to have to eat one of these just to see what they're like. You eat the flowers. I have to try one of those. See what they taste like. Because it's all edible. Nasturtium doesn't like to be baby. It doesn't like fertilizer or anything like that. So, well, that's all I have for today. I'm not going to do much today. I'm going to enjoy my time outside because it is beautiful without sweating. Oh, it's so nice not to be hot, so hot. And when that sun comes around and it gets a little warmer, I'll probably go inside and do a few things. I need to kind of clean house. I need to make something good for dinner. And I got a little editing to do. So there you go. That's how. And keep your fingers crossed for us, guys, that they go with our offer on that place. I hope so. I hope they will. You know, we gave them a lot of perks so that we were able to get it to, you know, be able to afford it and all that. So keep fingers crossed for us. Send a little prayer for us, because we both really like the place. We really do like it. We do like it. And they'll be out in the country, and how many gardens can I plant? Or how many, at the big garden, how many vegetables can I plant? How many flowers can I plant out there? It's gonna be so great, so great. All right, you guys, you all have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, you guys. Take care.